Hi everyone, Sharon here from Simple Sacred Everyday, and thanks so much for joining me again. I've had a number of students ask me if I could share with them some practices that they could use at the end of the day, that they don't always have the time in the morning to get to their home practice, and they would love some ideas around what they could do to help them shift from the activity and the busyness of their day and help them transition more mindfully into their evening. So I've got a restorative yoga practice today, which is different to yin yoga. So restorative yoga is very much about positioning the body in such a way that it can deeply rest and relax. So in the shapes that we make with the body, we're not actively doing anything, but we position our props in such a way that they support the body. And the props actually do the work for us so that we can just simply rest and relax in the shapes. The other perfect thing about restorative yoga as well is that you don't have to get your yoga gear on either. So you can pretty much wear whatever you might have on that day to wear in the practice. So the props that you'll need for this particular practice is a bolster, and if you don't have a bolster, then the cushion off the seat of a couch works just as well to position over the blocks like this. And you might also like a cushion to rest underneath your head so that you can rest that head in a really lovely neutral position. You'll need 2 blocks, and if you don't have 2 blocks, then 2 Tupperware containers that are roughly the shape of a block, or even a couple of books, will also do the job. And then the final prop that you'll need is a rolled up blanket, and that can be whatever you've got around the house, or it could even be a beach towel. So let's prepare for our practice, bringing yourself into a comfortable seat. And just rest those hands on your lap. And really sensing the support beneath you, your body resting on that surface. And just allowing yourself to relax into that support. And then that spine is lovely and long. Gently drawing the chin in and up. The face starts to soften. You might like to close your eyes. Shoulders relax. Hands just resting in your lap. Let's take a breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. And again, a breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. And one more time. And just spend a couple of moments now, just allowing that breath to return to its natural rhythm. And every exhalation, it's an invitation to the body to soften, relax, and arrive. We'll come into our first shape using your bolster or the seat of your chair, your couch. You'll need 1 block on its long, thin edge, closest to you, and then the other block on its shortest edge, just away from that block in front. Then you'll position your bolster or the cushion from your couch over those 2 blocks, and you can also put a cushion at the top of the bolster. You'll come to sit at the base of the bolster or the cushion with the back of your pelvis resting up against the base of the prop. Your legs can be long on the floor, or your knees can be bent with the feet on the ground, or you can open the knees out to bring the soles of the feet together. And then slowly reclining the body over the cushion or the bolster and resting the backs of the hands on the ground. Palms are facing skywards. You may need that cushion underneath your head if it feels as though the chin is just lifting a little too much towards the sky. So you really want to lengthen out the back of the head here. You may like to place an eye pillow over your eyes, or a scarf over the eyes or over the forehead. And then allow the body to rest and relax here in this shape. There's nothing you need to do. There's nowhere you need to be. As you allow that body to become comfortable, resting back into the support of the props. Allowing the breath to move naturally in and out of the body. Noticing sensations in the body. And inviting any parts of the body that feel as though they may be resisting this moment, inviting them to soften and relax. Noticing the space around you. Noticing the sounds that you can hear. And you keep bringing yourself back to the breath, to sensations in the body, sounds around you, as often as you can remember. So let's rest here now for another minute, just resting in the stillness and in the quiet. And then taking a deep breath in through the nose, that breath moving into the body. And as you breathe out, imagining that breath moving down into the belly softening, spreading to receive this breath. And again, breathing in through the nose, filling the chest, the lungs. And as you breathe out, that breath moving deep down into the belly, and the belly relaxes. From here, we'll slowly draw those knees back towards one another again if you have them open. If your legs are straight, just lift the knees and bring the feet onto the floor. Turn your hands over onto the ground. Press into the hands. Slowly move your chin in towards the chest and slowly lift the body up out of the shape. Just take a moment here, just resting and sitting. And then turning to face one side. I'm on my right side, so I've got the right side of my pelvis resting up against the base of the cushion or the bolster, and the knees are bent and the feet are staggered. Place your hands either side of your bolster or cushion, lengthen the body, and then slowly drape the body over the prop, resting your right ear on the bolster. Hands are resting on the ground. Feel free to close your eyes and allow yourself to rest here. Turn your attention back to the breath. Sensations that you can feel in the body. Noticing sounds around you. Anchoring yourself in presence. And really allowing the body to relax into the support of the prop. Let gravity have you here. If you wanted to deepen the twist just a little more, then lift your head and turn your head to the other side. So it's the left ear resting on the prop. And allow yourself to rest here in this shape. So rest here for another minute or so. Again, just in the quiet. And just bringing yourself back to attention every time you notice that mind drifting off into thought. And you bring yourself back without judgment or comment. You just acknowledge the thought and then you welcome yourself back. It's what the practice is all about. Take a breath in through the nose. Wonderfully releasing breath out through the mouth. Feel your hands resting on the ground. Gently press into those hands, lifting the body away from the prop. And we'll move ourselves slowly to the other side. So lifting those knees, other hip now resting up against the base of the prop. Knees, feet, legs are staggered. Hands resting on the floor either side of the prop. Lengthen the body and then slowly relax the body over the bolster or the cushion. Letting the side of the head come to rest on the prop. Feel free to close those eyes. And noticing how quieter the mind becomes when we move our attention down into the body. Rest here a while, my friend. Let gravity have you. Let the props, the ground, support you. If you wish to deepen the twist by gently lifting the head and turning it to the other side, you can. Make sure that you are completely comfortable, that you're not straining in any way. We want to maintain a level of skill around this practice, of learning how to relate to this body and to this moment without striving or forcing in any way. Bring a gentle smile to your lips and your eyes. And then deepening that breath again. Maybe an exhalation out through the mouth. Bringing those hands on the ground and pressing into them as you slowly lift the body away from the prop. Coming out of the twist, and just take a moment again just to sit comfortably. Feel free to close the eyes and just feel the effects on the body and mind. Then our final shape will take the bolster, or you could use that cushion from the couch to place underneath your knees. Take your rolled up blanket and place it across the mat. That's going to rest underneath your shoulder blades. So you'll drape your legs over your bolster. Buttocks are on the floor, and then you'll drape the torso over the rolled up blanket. Arms rest out to the side, and those arms rest above the rolled up blanket. And the back of the head rests on the ground. If you need, you could place something underneath the head if it's a little uncomfortable on your neck. So you could use the cushion that you used earlier. And allow yourself now to rest here in rolling brook pose. Really lovely shape to just lift the chest, release into the chest and the front of the shoulders, opening into the throat. The body imitating the movement of water over the pebbles, the rocks of the stream. Allowing us to find that quality within us of fluidity, of adaptability, of being open to infinite possibility. So continuing to rest here, relaxing the body back, softening into the face, relaxing the jaw and the tongue. That breath, it continues to move in and out of the body. The ebb and flow of the breath. We'll rest here in the silence for about a minute or so. Keep bringing yourself back to presence every time you remember. Taking a breath in through the nose. A wonderfully clearing breath out through the mouth and feeling that body relax back just a little more into the earth. And we'll begin to bring ourselves out of this shape. So you can bring those hands out to one side and just slowly roll yourself to one side. Slide the blanket out from underneath you and then allow the body to relax back into the floor. Shavasana. You're very welcome to rest here now for as long as you need. Allow the body to be heavy. Soften into your hands and fingers. Allow the pelvis to be heavy on the floor. Legs are long and heavy over the prop. You can stay here for as long as you wish. Or you can start to slowly bring some movement into the body, taking a really lovely long stretch with that body. Gradually making your way to come to rest on one side. Before then slowly bringing yourself up into a comfortable seat. Taking a couple of conscious breaths here. Just noticing the quality of your presence now. Bringing the hands to prayer, Anjali Mudra in front of you, or just resting those hands over the center of your chest, over your heart. Take a moment to say thank you to yourself for making the time for this practice and for showing up for you. Knowing that this practice will not only benefit you, but it'll have a ripple effect upon everyone around you. Thanks so much for joining me. I'll see you soon. Namaste.